I was kind of like not feeling this whole like band tee, dad hat, makeup aesthetic, but now like I look good, heck you. Hi, hey, I'm Morgan, and today I'm going to be bringing you my March book haul. So, March was a really good month for me, only in the sense that I didn't acquire an obnoxious amount of books. I acquired 5 books in the month of March, one of which was a gift. The sweetest. I'm super jazzed about all of these books, and I can't wait to talk to you about them. Before I get into this whole bit where I talk about all the books that I read and pretend that I know what these books are about, I just feel my heart is so full. We're gonna try not to get too emotional here, you and I, alright? Look at me, we can get through this. I want to thank you all so very much from the bottom of my heart for watching my content, for reaching out, for subscribing. Your presence in my little sphere here on BookTube is so appreciated and so like loved, and the gratitude I have for all of you for even taking the time to watch a millisecond of my videos, let alone subscribe or talk to me all the time, is just vast. I hit 500 subscribers in the month of March, and you know, I've been doing this for a little over a year now, and I never thought that I would get here. I never thought people would care enough to hear what my just dumb face has to say about books or anything, and the fact that there's 500 sentient beings and just people that continually want to see what I have to say is astounding to me, and it's honestly baffling at some points, and numbers are like the least of my concern when it comes to my BookTube channel. I just want to talk about books and make friends and be a part of this community. But the fact that there are just 500 wonderful, phenomenal souls that want to interact with me just means so much, and I can't thank you enough, and I can't express my gratitude and my appreciation for this community enough. I put makeup on today to film because I knew I was going to talk about this in a video, and I thought like, oh, if I put makeup on, I won't cry or get too sentimental. But here we are. I just thank you all so much. This is one of my favorite things that I've started doing. It has done so much benefit for my mental health and for expressing myself creatively and being able to have this outlet to discuss with other people in this community. It just means the world to me, and I just thank you all so much. I'm just so happy to be here and to be a part of this, and I can't wait to bring you guys more mediocre content that for some reason you want to see. Now with that, we're gonna get into the books that I bought and acquired this month. The first one is gonna get us even more sentimental. And that's because the first book I'm gonna be talking about is the one that I received as a gift from my very best friend, Rhiannon, over at MorgyyReads. Rhiannon and I decided to do a Christmas book exchange back in December, and we didn't send our books out until March because we're hot messes, and that's who we are as people. Rhiannon was so kind to send me Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. She also sent me this awesome Dumbledore's Army patch that I'm about to like sew onto my denim vest, as well as some awesome tea that's like based off of Game of Thrones. Rhiannon, thank you so much for your bookish care package and for your constant presence and friendship in my life. The book I'm very excited about, but I'm more excited to have a friend like Rhiannon that I get to send these types of care packages to and that I get to interact with. Oh my god, I'm a sappy bitch today. This is the first book in the Shatter Me series. I was gonna call it a trilogy, but I think Restore Me is actually a continuation of the series and not a spin-off. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is about our main character Juliet, and her touch is lethal, and that's all I know, and that's all I really want to know. Somehow I have not been spoiled for this series at all, and I don't know how I do it. I can avoid a series like the plague and still not get spoiled from, like, for it. And that's honestly one of my greatest attributes, and I think I should put it on my resume. But I don't know anything about this book other than Juliet's touch is lethal, and I think it's like sci-fi dystopian, which I haven't read a sci-fi dystopian in a minute that I've like really been captivated by, but I hear nothing but phenomenal things about this book and this series and about Tahereh Mafi. I'm really excited to finally read this. I think I'm going to try to read this for April, if not very soon. I already really hope I enjoy this series so I can have the paperbacks but also get those gorgeous hardcover editions with the deckled edges, because your girl is a slut for deckled edges. The next book that I picked up this month was Where She Went by Gayle Forman. This is the second book as well as the conclusion to the If I Stay duology. I read If I Stay forever ago and I loved it, and I loved Gayle Forman's writing, and I've never picked up the sequel. And I've been wanting to reread If I Stay anyway. I've been on this kick of really just desperately wanting to reread some of my favorite like YA staples, like If I Stay, you know, John Green's works. I've just really been in that mood. Trademark. I've never read this, and I saw it at Half Price Books for like $6, and I was like, you know, I've been wanting to reread If I Stay anyway, might as well pick up the sequel so I can finally like read the entire duology and just fuck myself up. I'm pretty sure this is from, what's his name, Adam?
Adam!
Adam! This follows Adam after the events from If I Stay, and that's all I know about this as well. I don't know how I do it. I have no clue how I prevent myself from getting spoiled. I just do it. But yeah, I'm excited to finally finish this duology. I've been putting it off for an exceptional amount of time. And the next book that I picked up this month is one that I've already read this year, but I wanted a physical copy of it because of who I am as a person, and that is The Witch Doesn't Burn in This One by Amanda Lovelace. This is the exclusive like Target Red edition. And I talked about this in my February wrap-up. I read this originally as an ARC on NetGalley, and I wanted to pick up this Target edition because one, it's red and it's gorgeous, and also there are bonus poems as well as a note from Amanda Lovelace in this. I'll be the first to admit that I am not big on modern poetry. I don't like Ruby Kaur very much. I think that if you're going to go into the realm of modern poetry, Amanda Lovelace is definitely the way to go. I love her style. I love the way she weaves her words together. I love this collection. I think this one is her stronger collection out of the two, although I think both of them are phenomenal. And I just love how striking this red is, and the text is red, and I just really enjoy that aesthetic. The next book I picked up this month is one that I read immediately after buying it, and you'll be seeing it in my March wrap-up, and that is Obsidio by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff. This is the third and final book in the Illuminae Files trilogy. Fuck! This book was a ride. If you're not familiar, the Illuminae Files trilogy is a trilogy of sci-fi books. It takes place in the year 2575, I think. Hold on. 2575. Hit the nail right on the head. So this takes place in the year 2575, and it follows this corporation called Bitech. They calculated this attack on an illegal mining colony called Carenza, and basically the entire like colony fled on these different escape ships, and Bitech has been in pursuit of them ever since. The 3 books in this series are told in multimedia format, so it's told through video surveillance transcripts and emails and chat services, and there's things that are talked about by the murderous artificial intelligence, and it's all compiled like a file, like a dossier to hold against Bitech for the things that they have done and to tell their story. And it's just so masterfully written. Like I said, I will talk about this more in my wrap-up. This is just telling you that I bought this book this month. Yes, I bought this book this month, the day that it came out, and I'm obsessed with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Look how fucking pretty they look next to each other. Can we just take a second? Also, let's take a second to appreciate how this book looks without the dust jacket on, because God, these books are so beautifully formatted. Is it possible to like have a crush on a book? Because I'm pretty sure I'm just smitten by this book. I want to take this book out for like a nice seafood dinner and just show it the city and just give it the good night out that it deserves because it's so pretty. And the final book that I picked up this month is actually a graphic novel, and that is Archie Volume 2, and this one is by Mark Waid, Veronica Fishm, Thomas Pitilli, and Ryan Jampole? I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I should have looked up the pronunciation of that name before filming this, and I feel really bad. This is the modernized reboot of Archie. If you're not new here, you know that I absolutely adored the old Archie comics, and I've really been enjoying this reboot. And if you're new here, hi, hey, I'm Morgan. I love Archie. I prefer this modernized reboot of the graphic novels more than I do the Riverdale TV show. I don't look at them as the same because they're not. And how about we stop erasing Jughead's asexuality, please and thank you. I'm really upset that Fiona Staples' art isn't going to be a part of this volume. I think they're going to have different illustrators every time, which is fine, I guess, but I'm high-key bitter about it, but I'm excited to see where they take the story from where they left off. I've been reading these volumes in tandem with the rebooted Jughead issues, so I'll read Volume 1 of Archie, Volume 1 of Jughead, Volume 2 of this, and then I'll find Volume 2 of Jughead. I think that is the best way to ingest this story if you're wanting to like really be a part of it all. I think that this is going to be great. I'm really excited. I haven't read a graphic novel in a really long time, so I might pick this up soon. So you guys, there you have it. Those were all of the books that I've acquired in the month of March with a huge sappy introduction. Once again, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave it a thumbs up if you feel so inclined. That's your choice though. That's all on you. And definitely let me know in the comments what books you've acquired this month, if you've read any of the books that I mentioned and how you felt about them. Talking to you guys is my absolute favorite thing about posting videos. And if you're not already and want to see more of my content and more of my mug, you're more than welcome to subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, if I can remember to. Yeah, my name is Morgan. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and happy reading. Okay, bye!